Welcome. My name is Deneen, and today's activity is a literacy one that requires very little prep and no financial investment, really. And it's called the word wall. If you're already doing word walls, this will be very affirming for you. And if you are new to word walls, I hope that this will inspire you to give it a try. It's been such a transformative thing for me and my students that I'm excited to share it with you. I haven't always had the space that I have in my current classroom. I have 3 different whiteboards in my classroom now, and so I've dedicated most of 2 of them to the word wall, and then the third I use for various other things. But you can write the letters yourself, but I like to go to the teacher supply store and get these fun different fonts of alphabets, and I just use a magnet and spread them all over the word wall. And then we just start. The students will throughout the day, oh, we need to put this on the word wall, or they'll ask me, can we put this on the word wall? If I find a word that they have misspelled, someone spelled since incorrectly, and so that's on my word wall. Things that I find in their writing that they misspell, I put on the word wall for them. And I keep the word wall going for an entire month. And then at the end of the month, it gets very painful because I clear the whole board off clean, and they don't like it. I can't even do it in front of them because it's just too painful. They've become so emotionally bonded to the word wall. So I do it on in the afternoon of that last day of the month when they're gone. And then they come back and it's blank and they're very sad. But very soon again, our word wall is full. I even include my principal. When he comes in, I'll ask him to put a word on the word wall. It was really fun. He came in on the first day of school, and so I had him put a word up, and he said, well, how about happy? And I said, well, Principal Rich, that's a really good word, but is there a richer word that we could use that means the same thing as happy? And so he thought of enthusiastic. So right there, on the spur of the moment, Principal Rich and I were able to model synonyms for them and going with bigger words, richer words. So enthusiastic is on our word wall. I just brought a couple to show you a few letters. For P, we have pension, we have pressure, we have pieces. For E, we have enthusiastic, endorphins, and S, we have shriek. I have many, many more words, but of course they won't fit on my little word wall here in my at-home classroom. But then the students, I do hold them accountable. Once a word is on the word wall, they're accountable for spelling it correctly in their writing or whatever work they are doing. And they love it. It helps them with their vocabulary. I've shared with you before that I have these little vocabulary composition books, and every week my students are responsible to choose 10 words from their dear, from read aloud, from really anywhere, from the word wall that they record and define in their composition books. And, it's a very symbiotic relationship because they're putting up words and taking words from the word wall to put in their vocabulary, but I also take words from their vocabulary and put on our word wall. Jalen had this week the word hail, and not the H-I-L, but H-A-L-E. I don't know which book he found that word in, but it was so exciting for me, and I thought, hail, I know what that means, and sure enough, it means healthy. I couldn't remember what it meant, but he knew it meant healthy. I don't know if he had to look it up or if he asked his parents. So I put that word on the word wall, and when he comes to school on Monday morning, he's going to come in and see his word on the word wall. Josie Bella, in her vocabulary list this week, had bludgeon. Bludgeon. And that is a cool word. It's a sad word, but it is a big word, and so I'm going to put that on the word wall too. Josie Bella, I'm not even joking, reads 1 book a day. I don't know how her mother and I are going to keep her in books. It will take libraries across the Inland Empire and beyond to keep Josie Bella in books because she reads a book a day. And then, my students will then choose words from the word wall and from their vocabulary for their spelling words, which we will be starting in a few weeks. And as you can see, these are not fourth grade words. The words that they choose from the word wall and from their composition books are so much richer than anything that you could find in any spelling program that I have seen. I hope that I never am teaching in a place where I'm required to use ready-made lists for spelling, because really I don't think I can ever leave this. And if you're wondering how I manage that, I've done a video, and Wonderful Stanley will link that for you, so that if you're interested in doing spelling the way I do, self-selected words, then you'll have the tools to do it. I was thinking that all along I had just been doing 10 spelling words a week, because that's what I have them learn for their spelling. But just this last week, it dawned on me, I have my students doing 20 words a week too, but they just don't know it, because they have to spell correctly and define 10 vocabulary words, and then they have to choose and spell correctly 10 spelling words. So see, my students are doing 20 words too. They just don't realize they're doing it. If you don't have space in your room for a word wall, I've seen teachers make word walls on furniture. You know, I've seen them make word walls on cupboards. You can't write on them, of course, so they put them on cards. Or you can get a manila folder, and I used to do this in my classroom, where I write the letters of the alphabet in the manila folder, and then the students can write their words in here. And I think I used to do 2 letters at a time, like A, B, and then they would put their AB words down here. There are little booklets that you can get that you can make word walls out of, and you can even, in this day and age, have your students make digital word walls too. You can even go online and just say word wall alternatives. What do you do when you don't have room for a word wall? But word walls must be made, because they bring vocabulary to our students, and just, it's like right there. They can't hide from it. The words are there. I hope you'll give word walls a try, and if you do, will you let me know what you think of it and what method you are using for your word wall? I think I need to start Instagram. I don't know how, but I think I need to do this so that we can share pictures with each other. I don't know. Another day. That's for another day. But I want to remind you that these words help us to be better readers. And what we learned from Noah and his grandfather, that those who read, lead. So until next time, be safe. Goodbye.